Hello, hello. How Black people talk. I had someone correct my grammar on YouTube, which is always funny to me because as African Americans, as Black people in this world, of which I would go ahead and say most have been colonized. Wherever a Black person lives or is from, that place has been colonized. And correct me if I'm wrong, in Africa, Ethiopia was the only country that was not colonized. So there are so many Black people around the world that are heavily influenced by other cultures. So a few years ago, I started, thinking, why is there such a press for us to speak proper English, proper French, proper this and proper that, when they are not our original languages? Even being here in America, people will tell you, okay, well, when in Rome, you do what the Romans do, whatever the case may be. All right, speak the king's language, which we have no king in America, supposedly. Because we're supposed to be, independent of that now, right? And just another reminder of colonization. So if we are not from this place, I'm going to say some of us are not from this place. Some of us actually are. That's another topic. But if we are not from this place, why is the way that we talk so condemned? I understand that we've been here, and some of us have been here already for generations, and we should have it now. We should have it down packed by now because we're educated and whatnot. But you're going to speak, you're going to act, you're going to interact the way that you are surrounded by most of the time, which is your household. So if your parents speak broken English, your grandparents, your cousins, your neighbors, your neighborhood speaks broken English, when you go to school, it's not going to make that much of a difference. All they do is single us out and make us feel even more insecure about ourselves, tell us how wrong we are, how country we are, how problematic our speaking is. And it's becoming a problem for me because, again, this is one of those things that I'm going to only speak for myself, because when you start talking in general, people get their panties in a bunch. But this is actually the case,
and gospel people.
When we teach our children, especially Black people, right? We're in a awkward place in this world and in this country, because we're in it like this conundrum. Like, we know what we should be doing, but at the same time, we know who we are, where we come from. We know it's not original to us. And so we're stuck trying to conform to what they want us to be. We're stuck code switching. Like, when we're around certain people, we speak a certain way, we act a certain way, we do certain things, we eat certain things. But when we're in our own environment, in our comfort zone, we speak a different way. Words get chopped off, letters get taken out. We eat a certain way. We do things different because that's us. And we have a way of, wherever we are, wherever we have to conform to, we make it our own. And so, if you can't already hear it in my voice, for those of you who know what a Geechee is, what Geechee are, what Geechee people are, Gullah Geechee, I'm a Geechee, okay? So Gullah Geechee people are the people who live off of the coast of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. They're called Gullah Geechee people. Some people say the name came from the Geechee River, whatever the case may be. But it's those group of people that were isolated on those islands on that sea coast. So a lot of the cultures and traditions and things of that nature were concentrated and condensed on those islands because those people were isolated. So they've been able to retain those cultures from West Africa for hundreds of years. from the way that we talk, the slang, our language, they call it the Gullah language, the way that we eat with the fresh vegetables and fruits, or whatever is available to us, you know, in that particular season. You know, that's what we eat. So yeah, a lot of that culture has been retained. So like many other Africans in the diaspora, wherever they went, they made that culture their own. If you have Africans that are in Spanish speaking countries, they don't speak proper. You have your French speaking Africans that may be in Haiti or other countries in Africa that have been colonized. They don't speak proper French. They made that language their own. So yes, I guess overall what I'm trying to say is I have a real problem with people trying to tell us, oh, you're speaking broken English or whatever the case may be, because for a long time, because of where I'm from, it was a conscious thing. So, you know, when I went to college, I went to a majority white college because I just wanted something different from the majority black high school that I went to, the majority black middle school I went to, the majority black elementary school. Not that I had anything against it. I just wanted to see what something else was about. And so in doing that, you know, you become across people that would say certain little things like that, you know, what that case may be. And I went to school with a lot of people, of course, who were from the city that I was from. So they spoke Geechee, you know, they spoke the same way. And it just was what it was. But it's something that you're always conscious of. You're always conscious of the way that you talk, if you're saying it right, if you're putting words in the right place and grammar and all of that stuff. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, it's not mine. It's not mine. And honestly, I have a master's degree. The way that I talk has not stopped me from doing that. I have a very, very nice career. It has not stopped me from pursuing that or any of the other ventures that I have pursued. It hasn't stopped me. However, there's always that lingering, you know, in the back of our minds that you're not doing something right. You're not saying it right. That's just not the way that it's done or accepted by the majority. And language is just something that, you know, that just needs to go head out the box, because just because we're here, we're expected to do things a certain way because we have access to it or we've been taught that way. And it's just not our culture. That's just the bottom line of this. It's not our culture. And something else that I wanted to say, I just want to say, leave us the hell alone. Grammar is like the last of my thoughts right now. Even being as successful as I've been and having the education that I have, it hasn't stopped me from doing anything. You have people that come from other countries who can't speak a lick of English who succeed. So why is it so important that a people that have been stripped of everything they've known speak a language that's not their own? But those are my thoughts about it. Please leave your questions, comments, and concerns. I would love to hear them, and I want to thank you all for watching.